Monday, August 17th.
Good morning. It's 6:15
in the morning. Yeah, good morning and welcome to Not the News. First Monday that we've been doing this.
Somebody asked me this weekend, why are y'all doing it at 6:15? I was like, oh, we haven't really addressed that. Yeah,
but so it's because it's our, I think it also gives people a chance to catch up on headlines anywhere else. They want to kind of do that before they go into the repeat stuff.
On the lower subpar places to get your news. Right.
Right. And then come here and we'll teach you how to go into internet oblivion after successful TV careers.
We will fry your brain. This is your brain. This is your brain on Not the News.
So did you have a good weekend, Nikki?
I did. I had a great weekend.
Okay, don't tell me too much about it.
Okay.
I just don't care. You're going to Italy tomorrow.
I'm going to Italy tomorrow, Neil.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
What is life?
And you're going to broadcast live from Italy.
I mean, if I can, I'm definitely going to jump in on the show.
All right,
and I'm going to send y'all some fun videos. I'm so excited about this. This is a last-minute trip. And
Did you and Andy get to the pool?
We lived at the pool this weekend.
I went to a pool party yesterday, and we ended up inside with the air conditioner and watching golf.
So you weren't in a pool?
So it was a pool party, but we were on the couch watching golf because it was so hot out. It was too hot.
No, it wasn't.
It was way too
Unless you're in the water. If you weren't in the water, it's too hot.
Well, it continues today, okay? We're going to get some storms later on. It's going to break it up a little bit, but it's going to be another day with 1,010 degrees outside. So just, buckle up, Buttercup.
It is pretty dangerous out there.
We all wake up and we open our social media on our phone. And this morning, it was one of those headlines where you say, this can't be real.
I know.
But then I realized it was Hunter Hoagland at Channel 4 doing it. And I was like, he wouldn't joke about something like this. So Hayden Panettiere.
I am heartbroken over this.
Passed away at 36.
She is, she had such a hard, tragic life leading up to her tragic ending. She was so young. She was only 36.
Yeah.
She was a mom, incredible actress. I mean, we all loved her in Nashville.
And we don't know what happened, but you immediately talk about her passing away at such a young age, and then the headline goes into her struggles, and you don't make that connection. She lost her brother a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a family thing that he inherited, like that they didn't even know about. So, but I was trying to think, do we reach out to some of our co-stars on Nashville?
Yeah.
Because as Juliette Barnes, she was riveting. She was a big reason a lot of people tuned in. So I'm sure folks like Charles Eston are kind of mourning this morning. A friend of mine, Darren Otto, was a co-starring role with her, and he was online. And then I come in and I find out, of all people, you're probably the last one I know that actually spoke to her when she released that book.
Yeah, I just was with her in May. She did a Q&A session about her book over at Soho House, and I led the conversation. And one of the things that hit me the most about her is I got there a little bit early, just to get my bearings, and she walks in. The first thing she does is hug me.
Right.
I've never met her before.
Right.
She was so warm and
tiny
so
thing.
Sweet, tiny, and so kind. And she just immediately plopped down on the couch next to me, and we just started talking like we were old friends.
Yeah.
And it wasn't performative. She's
genuine.
It was very genuine. She was so proud of how far she'd come.
Yeah.
And so proud of her daughter. And all she did was talk about how her daughter thought she was cool now because she, I think her daughter's 12 now or 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and was with her dad overseas.
Yes, but where she lives, they're watching Bring It On. And Hayden was like, "Oh yeah, I'm cool now. My daughter thinks I'm cool now because of this movie." And she was so proud of her, and this book was so big for her to talk about this.
I think everyone talks like it was a reset for her. It was turning in a new chapter.
It was beautiful.
It's a beautiful book there.
And she
sad.
One of the things about her that I don't know if she gets a lot of credit for, but she was really one of the first forward-facing people to talk about postpartum depression.
Right.
And with the things happening right now in the news, the Lindsay Clancy trial, and we hear about Hayden, it's just, we need to take better care of our women, and hearing about Hayden
Yeah, it's devastating. I remember when the couple times she was on the CMA red carpet, right, when the show was really big, she just had that star power, right? Like when she was there, you'd see the people pushing and shoving, and that it was surrounding this little thing.
She's a doll.
But I always
I'm
enjoyed
so sad, and
momentarily speaking to her, not like I knew her or anything like that, but you had that intimate. Well, I mean, still 45 minutes talking about that book. You kind of get to know someone a little bit there.
Yeah, and she definitely shared a lot. She didn't seem to be holding things back. She's got to pray for her little girl and her family. I mean, she's What a loss, you know?
It's a true loss.
It is.
Right. There's going to be a lot of reflection about that coming up through the daytime today. Did we show that picture that we had of you doing the book thing with her? So
she's so sweet.
Yeah.
So
I think
sweet.
a lot of people are having that disbelief right now this morning. NES is going to now look at their ice storm response in a little more detail. They're talking at the commission that is headed by former Governor Phil Bredesen, Honorable Phil Bredesen. They're looking at how they onboard crews from out of state to get them in here to start making repairs. It comes on the heels of a Friday meeting, I guess, where they were just talking about the overall response. Like NES had a playbook there in place about how they respond, but did they actually follow it? Was one of the topics that was discussed. I believe they did. I looked at their response. I got into this a little bit there, but
you were in the weeds there.
I think what happened was that their outreach to the community was not scalable, right? So you have Teresa, who is the CEO of the company, who is trying to work with power crews, trying to get supplies, which were kind of tough to come by, trying to get all that stuff taken care of, but then also doing the press briefings. And I think it was just too much. And I think she needed a separate arm that would keep those of us without power for 12 days in the know of what's going on.
Yeah.
So that was something interesting. There's well, you jump in. Like I know you picked up from Ryan.
Next one,
not Ryan.
Is one of the ideas to address. This is from Nash.news, that newsletter that we both love to read. Just go to Nash.news and put in your email address, and it sends you some quick headlines. One of the ideas to address the quadrupling in some cases of Broadway bar property tax bills. You know, we heard from Tom Morales talking about what he's facing downtown. Setting property values and ultimately taxes paid based on the amount someone paid for their property rather than the current value of the property.
Right.
So that's interesting.
It is interesting. I mean, it's you have an area that's already tough to kind of do business in, make it, and then you're added with that burden on top of it. And I think that I don't know if you saw a lot of people have been talking online about the situation down there, and it's like we're steamrolling toward a Super Bowl in this town. We're going to end up with half the bars on Lower Broadway
closed
with
down
boards, which was what it was like when I got here in 1995.
I was just going to say, we're going to go back to that.
Well, I mean, I hope we don't, but that's kind of what we're facing right now, because we need more people down there, and we need safe streets down there, and we need
if we have empty bars, then that doesn't lead to a lot of safety.
Yeah, that's not going to do.
Yeah.
And then we had Nashville SC crushing Messi in Miami there 4-1 over the weekend. That was over the weekend there, so it was kind of a quiet weekend, right? As the kids get back to the school and everything kind of calms down.
In the best way, the quiet way. I mean, because even more kids are starting school today. I have a couple of girlfriends are. I had one story I wanted to read. I got to pull it up.
We're scheduled to talk to Rex Ryan coming up at 6:30.
Yeah.
I sent him a message this morning. I know we have the invite out, so hopefully he jumps on. To me, he's like one of these treasures that we have in Nashville.
How did you meet him?
We used to work out at the Y, same hours, so he probably says, "Why is that guy looking at me like that?"
Yeah.
So,
and he's probably used to that. My other story that I was going to read is the world's ugliest dog has been crowned. And
nice.
Her name is Ginny Lou. Look at her. She wears pearls. She's a pug.
She's a pug. Right.
I feel like it's always
they already
a pug.
come interesting, right?
I feel like it's always a pug. 6-year-old pug rescued from South Korea.
And I can't show this, but that was my dog looked like it had a bender the night before when it woke up in the morning.
She does look like she was in a bender.
She looked like she was in tough shape right there.
Yeah. We're getting another Pitbull album.
You're what?
We're getting another Pitbull album. This is exciting.
That's when you're thinking morning news, that's on your mind?
I mean, I'm just thinking of things people are talking about.
I get it.
Mr. Worldwide. No? He puts out some bangers.
I get it.
I'm not really like a huge Pitbull fan, but like he puts out some bangers. You can't deny it.
I can't.
You can't.
I can't. What did you listen to on the way in?
On the way in, Lil Wayne, and then Taylor Swift. It's always a constant. And Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
Again, random.
Totally random.
My Spotify, my liked songs are a bit sporadic.
There's a special AI room that's designated for studying you and your behavior.
What did you listen to?
I have a short drive, so it's one song. It was Blackberry Smoke. good one coming on. It was a total Friday song for a Monday.
I love Blackberry Smoke.
Nashville ranks #1 in the housing production right now. So remember the headlines we talked about last week, and we are going to. I am lining up someone to come in and talk about this in a little bit longer form. So we're #1 in production, and we're #2 in not being able to sell a home. So we're adding to the inventory on one end, and on the other end, people that are trying to sell their homes can't sell them. So we have a convergence of housing issues right now. And I actually have a friend who hung up his real estate license last week. He said, "I'm going back to PT because
why is that?
It's
too saturated.
Hard to make a living right now as a real estate agent, even someone that's been doing it for 25 years."
Wow, he's a veteran, and he's stopping.
He's a total veteran at that there. So, by the way, if you're heading out this morning, we'll talk to David Park coming up here in 5 minutes. If he's there. He is there? Okay, we'll talk to him in just a little bit.
I have one more story.
I hope you have a lot more stories. It's an hour show.
Oh, but it's not local, but I think it's very interesting.
Okay.
A newscast without anchors. Have you seen this?
Mm-hmm.
A station in Baltimore, Maryland, WMAR.
I believe our old station had it for a bunch of years when we were on.
Yeah. When we were there.
No, I'm just kidding.
WMAR, which is owned by
Baltimore.
Scripps. Baltimore, yeah. Baltimore. You got to say it like that. They had a round of layoffs, which we know a lot of people working for Scripps lost their jobs. But they are now doing pre-recorded stories in place of live on-air reporters and anchors.
I mean, look, I have a friend who made an avatar that reads headlines 24/7, and it looks just like him. It even glances away from the camera, shuffles papers. It's pretty odd.
Could you tell it was a robot?
But think about that. A TV station can actually create an anchor exactly the way they want, and have it say exactly what they want, and there you go. And you pay them nothing.
They don't have to worry about.
Which brings me to my offer.
Weird personalities like ours.
I got this from the Mail. This is from Nielsen. They are the rating people, right? These are the people that measure audience.
A lot of people don't know what that is.
So if you're like, I don't know what the pool is, 300 in Davidson County, 1,500 in Middle Tennessee, but they hook your TV up to their devices and streaming devices, and they figure out what you're watching and when you're watching it. So, and then they pay you, right? So I get the letter, and dollar bill falls out, so I already got some. I'm already up.
Day's off to a good start.
And then they tell me if they let me go under severe surveillance more than I already am by Apple and all the others, they will give me $5 a month, I think it is, to do that.
Hot dog.
So my offer is to any TV station in town, I'll sign up for this. But if you pay me more, I'll just leave all my TVs and streaming devices on your station.
Isn't that I feel like that's illegal.
It's totally illegal right there. I was surprised to get that considering the former.
So what are you going to do?
I'm not going to do anything there. $5 a month to
Neil, we need to make money.
Pry.
Neil, we need to make money.
Well, I understand. Let's do traffic with David right now.
Yeah,
Roll that beautiful crash scene video. There it is, actual footage of Nikki driving into work. David Park joins us. Good morning, David. How are you?
Hey, David.
Good morning. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
What's the green dot on your lapel? Is that your microphone?
That's my microphone.
Okay. All right.
Upgraded a little bit there, so yay me.
Okay.
We are behaving. We've upgraded traffic for our Monday morning commute. Right now, it's pretty much calm and quiet. You mentioned the schools are back in session, so the bus stops and the school zones, make sure you are being very, very mindful to keep yourself and others safe around you. Right now, it's just the volume building on the interstates. And where's the place the volume builds on the interstates? Right here, 65 southbound at Trinity Lane. And over on the right shoulder, you can see a stalled vehicle. We had somebody tell us to be more politically correct years ago in my traffic career.
How do you do that?
And not use the term accident. So I call this an inertially advantaged vehicle. It's very, very good at sitting still. But all around it, traffic is kind of sitting still too. That's building on the north side. Be ready for a delay on the north side.
You know, some people might say that's bad news bears.
That's bad
Not
news
me.
bears.
I would never say that. But some people.
And David does his traffic updates on TikTok, and we will get you the address and put that QR code up when we figure all that stuff out there.
Sometime in the next 6 months, you're right.
Buddy, we appreciate you. See you in a little bit, okay?
All right, catch you soon.
All right. So that's the deal.
Williamson County Fair was this weekend.
So we didn't even talk about, and the state fair, Wilson County, going on. Right.
I think they're making changes because of the heat.
Wait, Williamson and Wilson go on at the same time? No, they moved some shows around. They absolutely did because it's scorching hot out there. But the Tennessee State Fair over at the Wilson County Fairgrounds is one of the better events of the year. The corn.
I'm so sad I didn't make it to the Williamson one. I thought it lasted until Sunday, so I was going to go yesterday,
and
then
didn't
I was
do
like, oh, it's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah, we totally forgot to talk about that on Friday.
Know.
I was kind of like, that's a swing and a miss.
It is.
As far as that goes. And we are waiting to see if we get any okay, you just let me know if he chimes in there, and we'll put him on. But we made a deal that if we ever had to take time off, and of course you into week 2 are already taking time off.
Can you blame me?
I mean, so you can go to Italy.
Can you blame me?
We are going to pick our replacement. So when I take some time off, and I look forward to that someday.
Who are you gonna ask?
I don't know, but you actually picked someone, and so we're going to meet that person today.
Yeah, I'm really excited about her.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
I am too, because it represents a possible replacement for you.
I knew you were going to feel that way.
And then maybe she could have you fill in occasionally.
Listen.
For her. And we have Dylan kind of monitoring the social media. Is anyone watching right now, or are we back? So I think, we got 6 people.
6 people.
So
awesome. Well, thank y'all.
Yep.
Dylan is our business manager. That's how big time we are. And his birthday is tomorrow, so we would like to say happy birthday early to our business manager,
Absolutely.
Dylan Stoner.
Yeah, people are texting this morning about Hayden right now, asking if we're mentioning that at all, right?
It's heartbreaking. I can't stop thinking about it. It seems like every other bit of news really is just overshadowed by that because it's just, she's so young. She's so young.
Right. I totally get that.
I mean,
I totally get that.
I woke up to like 10 texts from people because they're like, didn't you just talk to her?
Right. Yeah. All right. I do have his number. Let me pass it along right there. And then coming up this week, I have it pulled up here, but we have some great shows coming to Nashville. Was it the Foo Fighters that were
this weekend? Yeah,
this past weekend.
And TLC, and In Vogue.
Yeah, which is absolutely terrific. And then, all right, Chris, I'm gonna text it over to you. Does that sound good? All right. Sorry, Nick.
All good.
I'm distracted right now trying to get
our guest
in touch with our guest.
Listen,
there.
Can you blame him though?
You can't blame him.
You can't.
And we can bring Lyndon up here anytime now. Grab a microphone.
I think we should. The big reveal.
And go with that.
Let's bring our friend, everyone. This is Lyndon Blake. Or do we go by your married name now?
Oh boy.
Okay, we do Blake. I like Blake. Yeah.
Get comfortable. Thank you for joining us.
She is. I wish
She's
we were
here to talk about her football career. Thanks, Rex, for joining us.
Are my teeth as pretty as his?
Your teeth are beautiful.
Okay, thanks.
Everybody, give us the quick elevator pitch about who you are.
Okay,
How do you know Nikki?
Local TV and a mutual friend of ours, Megan Thomas, our sweet Megan.
Everyone knows Megan.
I know.
Right.
If she wasn't still, hustling, she would probably be with us right now, hanging out, having fun. I know she wishes she was with us.
She already messaged.
Does.
She does. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, come get me. Okay, yeah. So
You did local TV?
local TV for 11 years.
11?
11.
Yeah.
I know.
And Alabama.
Alabama, Florida. Thought I'd never go back to Alabama because that's where I'm from. But then I went to Florida first, Sarasota. You don't talk about starting out and like setting yourself up for a career of depression, because like Sarasota is the best first market ever.
Well, I started in Bangor, Maine.
I
and
started
they
in
call Bangor
Hagerstown,
like the
Maryland.
best.
Yeah, like
Which was a lovely place.
But they're all so
Not the
lovely,
beach.
but like, yeah, you don't even, I worked weekends, did not even care because I just went to the beach during the week and did that, then came back to Alabama, then met my husband, so then got stuck in Alabama for a hot minute. And then he coaches college track.
At Vanderbilt?
At Vanderbilt.
Yes.
I'm actually, I tried to steam this dress. It just
Go
did not
Doors.
work, but today's like the first day all the athletes report, so I'm like showing some Vanderbilt pride. So we've been up here, this is going into year 3.
Oh my God.
So got out of local TV.
That's awesome.
When I came to Nashville.
No, that you've been here 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
No, it's awesome. She got a Loco TV too.
Yeah, like we're all like doing our like new media thing.
Right,
so now
right,
I'm with
right.
the Daily Wire. I host a true crime podcast. Insane year for true crime.
Yes.
I'm interviewing a psychologist today about Lindsay Clancy and just trying to get to like what the prosecution is like trying to prove to the jury, because when you get to talking about proving someone's mental state, I mean, it's kind of muddy. So I'm going to find out some answers there. But between that, Nancy Guthrie, so many other things, it's been wild. So
I love following you because you kind of
you.
give me like a little bit of like, some of these I can't dive too much into. The Lindsay thing, I'm having I'm having a really hard time listening to the trial because of how
it's
horrible
brutal.
it is.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine as a mom.
Yeah, that I think it once I became a mom, it changed the way I consume things. But and so I'm having I want to know about it because it's important. I'm having a hard time. So you do a good job.
To believe in something that is incomprehensible. Or at least witness something that just makes no sense to most people, right?
And it's so that's what it is. It's so hard to make sense of it. And the internet is so divided. And you get in your conspiracies talking about the husband did it. Like, I mean, it is a full-time job, like, going through that. But, I mean, that trial, when it happened, I mean, back in 2023, you're like, what the heck? Because you knew immediately she was paralyzed. Like, it was crazy. But then I think seeing her now not on, I mean, I was thinking this the other day. I'm like, I wonder, locked up, how many drugs, like, you can be on medication, but I wonder, like, that's more monitored, I'm sure.
Pause for a second for people that aren't familiar with the case. Just give a brief background on it.
Well,
I think we just kind of jumped right into it like everyone knew.
We need a warning to parents. We're going to talk about a little bit about the Lindsay Clancy trial.
Well, do it or broad brush it. Just really
broad brushes don't
it.
talk
Just
about
like,
exactly what.
Yeah. Broad brush is she was having postpartum depression. She was in and out of facility. She was heavily medicated on a lot of antidepressants. And in January of 2023, she killed her 3 children and then attempted to take her own life and then survived. And now she's paralyzed, and now she's on trial for those killings.
Oh.
Well, it's tough no matter if you say pause for a second, turn the volume.
I know. It's like, do we say unalive?
It's hard to
There's
even.
nothing.
Ugh.
There's nothing we can say.
We are going to go to Rex right now.
Okay, well.
And we appreciate
Take
you.
my mask
No,
off.
stay here. Stay here.
Stay here with us.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to turn around. He's going to join us in this monitor in just one moment. Coach,
yo,
thank you so much for joining us. How are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you.
Oh,
There he
working
is.
working on the sound real quick, Coach.
Okay.
Do we have him? Do you
You're
have
good to
him?
go.
Are you okay?
Hi. Nice to virtually meet you. I'm Nikki.
All right, Nikki, good to see you.
You're in Nashville, right?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, we got some echoing.
We got a little bit of echoing.
Okay, give
Coach,
us
I
a
don't know
minute.
how you're doing the golf. I hope you have early tee times these days. It's brutal out there, man. It is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Dude, I was like, so he said, I can go on Monday because I usually play golf on some of the other days. I'm looking at the temperature. I'm like,
No.
it's too much. It's too hot to fish, too hot to golf, but must be a little cold at home sometimes. Hey, Coach, you are you a coach first and an NFL analyst, or are you an analyst that used to be a coach? Because I'm going to lead into a second question with this.
Yeah, I think you're always a coach first. This thing's excellent, but can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we're trying to work. Chris is trying to get it pinned down over here. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, if one of your devices might be able to turn down a little bit?
My mic,
He said
okay.
might be feeding
How
that
about
back
now?
on there. Is that better? That's better.
There we
That's
go.
better?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah,
perfect.
Way better.
Yes,
okay,
yes, sir.
Good deal.
Look at all of
Adjustments.
us figuring out technology.
Hey, I'm terrible at this stuff.
Me too.
so-
That's why we had to hire someone. Okay, so Neil had a great question. I want to know the answer.
I want to know if you consider yourself a coach that is being an NFL analyst on the side, or an analyst that used to be a coach.
Oh man, I mean, I think right now I'm probably I'm always a coach first. I think that's a given. I'm always a coach first, but I think this analyst stuff I'm starting to figure out a little better now. So I think I'm much better at it than I was when I started. But because I'm in this is my 9th year, I guess, doing being an ESP analyst. So I feel pretty comfortable in that role. But I think without question, being a coach, I've been around this game all my life, and I was a coach for 30 years, and I think that's what I am first.
I want to talk about your love of Ella Langley. 'Cause you're a super fan, right?
What's that?
Ella Langley, you're a super fan, right?
Oh yeah, which is so funny. Yeah. By the way, I am a fan of hers, but that's some bogus account that says that that goes in there. I'm not on social media.
You're not at all.
Yeah, that came to my attention that I'm an Ella fella, and quite honestly, I am though.
Yeah.
She's absolutely terrific. But yeah, that's some bogus account. I supposedly was at a concert in Baltimore, and I'm like, really? I go, I don't think so. But either way, yeah, no, it's funny. And there's so many. Like I'm a huge Lainey Wilson fan.
Oh,
also.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Ella's outstanding.
For a guy who has no social media, you show up on social media a heck of a lot, Coach. It's kind of crazy. Hey, look, Nikki's going to ask you about country singers and stuff outside of football. I'm going to jump into football real quick because right now I'm going to make you the coach of the Titans for a day, and I want to know where you start. And you'll probably say defense because that's you, but where would you start with this team?
No, I think you got to start at the quarterback position, obviously. I think when you got a young quarterback that you've obviously invested a ton in, first overall pick. And I think you got the right guy. I think Brian Daboll will do a great job there. I know people are disappointed with how that first game went. But I think what happened there, anytime you come into it, the speed of the game picks up so much. From practice, you sit back there, they're not live bullets, you're not getting hit. The speed in the back end's different. And where I thought the young man struggled was he was a little indecisive. And I think the timing of it, and then he was indecisive in this game. I think that's going to work out as the weeks go on. He's going to get better and better at it. I do think he has the right guy coaching him in Brian Daboll. Mm-hmm. So I think good things are around the corner. And when you notice, sometimes younger quarterbacks in particular, they will struggle against zone coverage in multiple zone coverages. And I think that's what they saw even in the preseason game. They were doing a good job of mixing their coverages, just put a little doubt in that young man's mind. And that's why you saw where he was hitching before he would throw.
Right.
So the more comfortable you're going to get, you're going to see this kid start throwing the ball on time and more in rhythm. And I think he'll be in great shape. The other thing he can do is use his legs, which obviously they're telling him, don't you dare run in the preseason. So I think that's another element of this young man's game that you're going to see him take advantage of in a regular season.
It's awesome. And when this new stadium opens, does that change the identity of the team? Because we have this identity right now, like a player comes here, we trade them, they become good at another team, and it's just kind of this depressing feeling sometimes.
Yeah.
But does the new stadium give this franchise new life?
Oh, without question. I think it does. And the other thing it does, it raises the expectations of this franchise. Like all of a sudden now, we're with the big boys now. We're getting ready to host a Super Bowl in our backyard, all that type of stuff, and it's because of our new stadium and the fans. But I think our expectations for this franchise is going to go like this.
Yeah.
So we're going to expect much bigger things, and we should get bigger things with this team and this organization. So I think it shows that we're looking at our at our football team, our facilities, everything to be top notch. And we want to be a destination for players, not just some place where, we can earn a paycheck. No, right. we want all the players in the league to come to our place. We want to come to Nashville and be a Tennessee Titan. I think that's the direction that this team's going.
I think Lyndon's chomping at the bit right now to get a question in for Coach Rex.
Hey, Coach. Lyndon Blake here. Love watching you. Okay, speaking of becoming a Tennessee Titans fan and just really building that up, they open up with the Jets. The lovely New York Jets on September 13th. Take us through kind of like the psyche of Coach Saleh going up against his former team to kick off his new era as the Titans coach. I mean, what is that really like? Because a lot of times, the media, we feed into it. But when you're Coach Saleh and you're going for game one there in Nashville, I mean, is that something that you factor in at all? And kind of take us through what you expect from that matchup.
Oh, I can tell you from firsthand info, when I went to the Bills after being let go by the Jets after 6 seasons, I never even went out for warm-ups because I knew it was going to be about me. Everything, the whole attention was going to be about I'm coming back in there and all the cameras and all that. It's the first time in my life I never went out for warm-ups, with my team.
Yeah.
But then that way, because the cameras follow you, and there's rules that now once you leave that locker room for the game, then they don't follow you and all that. So I purposely did that. But make no mistake about it, this game is huge for Robert Saleh. And I remember we were able to get the victory when Buffalo came into New York, and we were able to get that win. And man, it was huge. And it's funny because you try to downplay it to your football team, but oh hell no, it is absolutely enormous. These people gave up on me, and you want to show them the mistake that they made. And I'm going to have, I don't care what kind of team it is, we are going to be the dang 85 Bears when we play that game. My team will be prepared, and without question, Robert Saleh is definitely going to feel that way. Unfortunately for him, I'm pulling for the Jets in this one because my son is now the passing game coordinator with the Jets. And so it's kind of a thing. It's one of the rare times that I'm going to be cheering against the Titans because I'm going to actually want to see the Jets. But
of course,
they basically have a new, definitely a full new offensive staff over there. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, I think. But without question, Saleh's going to be popping out of his skin for this one.
Okay, Coach, I got to ask, is there any way you're getting back into coaching? I mean, I see Harbaugh talking to you, possibly. I mean, give us the tea.
Yeah, I had a couple opportunities to get back in as a coordinator, but I just thought, it never worked out for whatever reason. Most of it was, nah, you ain't paying me enough, so I never got back in.
Right.
But you never say never, and certainly the opportunity to be a head coach again, I would jump at. But being a coordinator again, there were some attractive opportunities out there. But I like the job I'm doing right now at ESPN. I think it's I love the guys I work with, and I think our show is starting to really take off. Both our shows on Monday and with NFL Count with Get Up, and then on Sunday the Sunday NFL Countdown. I think we're really our game's picking up, and we actually have the Super Bowl at ESPN this year for the first time in ESPN's history, and we're all excited about that.
We're excited to watch you.
I think the show's great because it's people that actually have experience and know football, and they relate that to those of us that haven't in a very easy way to digest and understand. You are a player's coach. I remember last year you were talking about when we lost Nick, and it was very tough for you on air. Is Robert Saleh that player's coach in the same regard? I mean, you really love the guys that played for you, just like your dad did, and I'm sure your son will in New York.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't speak for him, but he seems certainly like I know Robert a little bit, and he seems like a guy that is a very passionate guy and guy, and certainly respects and cares for his players, I'm sure. But I don't know, because I mean, it was just me. Like I was there in the phony bone in my body, so I certainly loved and respected these young men that played for me. And it was. I think the big thing is these are mighty men that you're coaching. These are like the best guys out there.
Right.
I love these kids, and not everybody can play this game, and especially at this level. But they sacrifice so much, with the, not just the time away and all the commitment they do off the field and in the classroom, on the practice field, all that type of stuff. But from a physical standpoint, like these guys, it's 100% injury rate in the National Football League.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't care what player you are, you're gonna face injury, and I think that's something that they're due as well. So they're sacrificing so much, their time, their
their body
away from the field, all that stuff, but they're physical. I mean, they are sacrificing, and I always took it personally, like they're sacrificing for me. And that's why I always thought as a coach, I was going to put my players in the best position to be successful. I thought that was my job, were to make these guys as successful as they possibly can be. And, you know, this is not just a job, it's more than that. And I think these are really special people that play the game, and I'm sure Robert feels the same way.
Yeah. You're chomping at the bit, Lyndon.
Because I just thought about this.
Something he said made you jump up.
Yeah, talking about coaching and the dynamic, it just reminded me, and this is not a factual statement, but I think it could be if there was ever a story. I think Nashville may have the most former NFL talent coaching high school football than any other city.
Yeah.
You have the Hasselbacks, Dilfer, Mettenberger.
Yeah.
Like, you have so many people that have played the highest level who don't have to do much of anything anymore, come back, coach high school ball, pour into these young kids. First off, take me through why you think that is, and what do you think, as someone who's been at the highest level, it means to kind of go back and coach high school ball, amateur. That dynamic just has to be kind of like a what we were calling earlier, like a jump scare, but it has to be so much fun.
Yeah, I think so. When you look at the former players that are doing it, they're doing it for several reasons. One reason, and it's not the biggest reason, is they're trying. They want to get their feet wet, get into this coaching thing. Do I want to be a coach moving forward and all that? And they're going in to get experience. Even though they have so much experience as a player, they don't have coaching experience, and it's much different. But I think the biggest thing is these players want to give back, and they know what this game meant for them and what it provided for them. And they want to do the same thing for these young men that they're coaching and young kids that they're coaching. And I think that's the biggest thing. And they know they can bring value to these kids that are playing. And I think that's the biggest thing that they do. And I know from the Hasselbacks, obviously, Hasselbacks I've known extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
Tim was a player, and then on a team that I was on, and then. Matt, I spent several years with him at ESPN, and he is an absolute, super, super person.
Right.
And so to me, they're definitely giving back to this game. And that's why they did this. And I know in Trent Dilfer, obviously, I've known extremely well, and he had actually opportunities. He did so well, he went to college as a head coach.
Right.
And I know that didn't work out great, but it doesn't mean that this guy's not an outstanding coach, because he is. So we'll see. I just think that's the biggest thing, that they love the game so much. They know that they have a lot to offer these young athletes, and I think that's what they're providing here.
Amazing.
It's also a great place for them to come in and raise a family and have kind of a stable home base for a while for the first time in their career, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, thank you so much for giving us some time this morning. Before we leave you, before you leave us, is there any restaurants that you'd recommend in the area that you and Michelle like to frequent that we can pass along to people watching this morning?
Well, first off, I think you have to do, we're known for like our hot chicken and things.
Yeah.
Nashville hot chicken. And there's, you can't go wrong. There's so many of them. But, man, I am a Prince's hot chicken guy. So I will always go to Prince's hot chicken. That's my go-to. And for you people that are just starting, do not go with the hot early. And especially, I've seen some say, I want the extra hot. No, you don't. Unless you want to go to call the paramedics. You do not want to go there. Go with the mild or medium to start with, then you work your way up to the hot. But there's so many great restaurants here in Nashville, and we got, you name the food, we got it here. It's I think it's the greatest city around. This thing is a growing city. The people are outstanding, and I think when people come here to visit, they don't want to leave, and that's something that I had no connections with this area, and the best decision I made was to come here, and this is my forever home, and that's the way it'll always be.
We're so lucky to have you here.
Well, thank you.
I hope to meet you in person one day.
Yes. And we'll talk soon, okay? Thanks, Coach.
All right, my pleasure.
Best to you. Yeah, he's what a fun person, right?
Yeah.
Like everywhere he goes, like
he just radiates like
yeah,
positive energy.
he's one of those people, right?
Yeah, the vibes are
like
the vibes
you want
are
to
good.
go like have a beer with Rex Ryan and talk
Right.
ball, talk country music,
Anything,
Yeah.
right?
and talk hot chicken. I'm glad he's a Princess guy.
Yeah. I mean, what
Love
else?
Princess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's awful funny, actually, too. He has a great sense of humor. Now, we caught him early here, and you and I certainly weren't funny, but he is like he's the life of the party too, and I love just like listening to tell stories to people and interact with people.
Yeah.
And how many times a day what do you think is the big question he gets asked first?
Over and over and over.
Over and over again.
I mean, are you coaching again?
That would probably be that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you coaching again? Take us through the butt fumble.
Right?
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, he probably's like, goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's
Yeah.
the first question.
Yeah.
The interview's done.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give y'all a little shout out too, like what they have on Sunday NFL Countdown, like the chemistry on set, and he's
It's
a big
great.
part of that.
He is,
That's
yeah.
like what y'all have too, and I think
Oh,
that's what
thank
makes
you.
the show so enjoyable. It's like you are hanging out with your friends on a Sunday morning, and
Yeah.
you're just getting ready for the day, and you can tell they love each other. And I love that show. Ready for it to come back.
It's terrific. Well, I've been around Rex, and the number one question people ask him is, "Are you Rex Ryan?"
Why do you think that is? Like, because they can't believe he's
Well,
real?
because you know it's him.
Well,
you,
and
you
yeah.
absolutely know it's Rex Ryan
He's
when you walk up
undeniable,
to him, and
yeah.
so people are just like in disbelief. Like, could it be?
Do people do that to you? Are you Neil Orne?
No.
They run the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh my gosh, that's Neil.
People ask
pretend
what
like
I do
you
for a
didn't see
living.
him.
I was like, I'm nothing.
Like pretend like
I
you
go,
didn't. Don't
I'm-
make eye contact.
I used to be in the witness protection program, and now I'm in the ultra witness protection program. So,
please.
Okay.
so I just moved right there.
Who is someone that y'all have met that's you're starstruck, like couldn't believe it was actually them?
I mean,
There's a lot.
in real life or on like the red carpet? Because on the
Real
red carpet,
life.
like in real life. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I would have to like really think about that because
When I met Porter Wagner back in the day, and Bill Anderson and those guys,
well, yeah, that's
yeah, you're
Yeah.
literally like, I go back to listening to the AM radio with my dad in the car driving to school, and my dad, I picture my dad's fat pointer finger on the steering wheel tapping along to these guys. And then you're standing here and you're like,
Yeah.
I wish my dad was here.
Oh.
I'm meeting them.
Yeah.
Oh, I did meet Chris Stapleton, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Because you see people all the time in Nashville.
Yeah.
This
Who about
is like,
you? Let's turn it to you.
Okay, and I was like, this is not, I'm sure if we like go home tonight and do homework, we can have like better answers. But the thing that comes into my head just from Nashville, and this is, I know Kid Rock is out and about all the time, but on Christmas Day 2 years ago, my husband and I, he'd never been to Santa's Pub. And I'm like, we got to go to Santa's Pub on Christmas
On Christmas Day.
Yes.
Like, where else would we go? And we go there, of course, there is a total of 5 people there. 2 being Chad and I, and then Kid Rock and 2 of his people. And I just go straight to the bar to get a Coors Light. And then, like, he turns around, and I literally say out loud, because you're just not, and I'm wearing my Pookie sweatshirt. I think I had on that sweatshirt, too. I was like, oh, my God, you're Kid Rock.
What
It's
did
like
he
you
say?
just didn't expect. Oh, we
Yeah.
sang karaoke together. We hung
He's
out
great.
with him
Yeah.
all night. And I know, and like I've even met him before. I've interviewed him at like Talladega and stuff. But it was just like one of those moments where you just didn't expect to see
Yeah.
somebody, and you're like,
Like in the wild
In
is
the
very
wild.
different.
In the wild.
Yeah, in the wild. It's like when
Yeah.
you see your teacher, you know, out at the mall, and they're like a
a
celebrity.
normal person.
Yeah,
like you don't have a
what?
pencil stuck behind
what's
your ear. Like,
happening?
what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's-
I know.
It's the ones that you don't recognize, and then you get home later on, and you're like,
Oh yeah.
that was, and
Definitely.
then you put it all together. Like,
know, my
I was
husband-
sitting at a restaurant once. Have you ever heard of Joe Bonamassa? He's a guitar legend. Like, he is the guitar player, right? Like, next to Stevie
No,
Ray
okay.
Vaughan, Joe
Chris
Bonamassa.
knows.
Okay.
Literally at a restaurant, sitting next to this guy, and the whole time, I mean, I'm looking at his profile, I'm like, who? And then I get home, and I'm like, I was next to Joe Bonamassa. So that
Yeah.
was like a moment for me.
Justin's notorious for doing that. He will come home and he's like, I definitely saw this person.
Chad too.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you didn't. Because I just saw that they're not in town.
Yeah.
He has like, what is it, face? Just like he can't,
Yeah.
he can't
Well,
place
also
them.
like Chad, since we've been to Nashville, he's so like he's not like into he's not reading like Page 6 every day,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
celebrity gossip. And I will be out sometimes, and I will see someone famous like talking to him, and he has
No idea.
no idea, and he's like even like kind of like ignoring them, and I'm like, I'm like, do you know who just was talking to you? And he's like, no. Like, he just has, and I'm like, that's why they like
kind
you.
of endearing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, 7 o'clock, and David Park does traffic for us, so you'll get to know David. So it's always interesting to have a traffic guy called Park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's funny. He's a comedian, too.
he is a comedian.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to hear more about this
We
stand-up
need
routine
some dad
with him.
jokes. Do you think he could help us out with our
I don't
dad
know.
jokes?
Are you there, David? Do you want to do a dad joke? You have a dad joke at hand? No? Oh, hold on one sec. There's Nikki driving to work.
I would never be able to drive a car that cool.
I love that his name's Park.
Yeah.
Right. And he joins us on Zoom. So Park and Zoom together, and we can't hear you either.
Are you on mute? I think
Are
you're
you
on
on
mute.
mute? Is this like the silent traffic report?
I think I'm
There
back.
you
There
are.
he is.
Wow.
You are.
There I am.
So you do stand-up? Is that still something that you entertain?
I have. It's been a while since I've done stand. I'm still right a lot. And did you want a dad joke? Because I've got a dad joke for you.
We do.
Drop it.
Okay. So this guy folds up his paper airplane. It's looking crisp. It's looking sharp. It's looking aerodynamic. And he throws that thing, and it just sits there in midair. Doesn't go anywhere. He's like, how is this defying the laws of physics? How could this possibly be doing what it's doing? It's not even moving. What is going on here? Is it the kind of paper I made up? What did I make it up? Stationary.
That was a good dad joke. It was the delivery for me.
Well done, well done. Any interstate shutdown?
The interstates are not shut down. Getting reports of a fender bender, maybe 65 southbound to Due West Avenue overpass. Taking a look at 65 coming southbound through Old Hickory Boulevard. This is up north in Madison, son of Matta, and it's doing pretty well right now. You get down towards Trinity, you bunch up. You're coming down from Millersville. It's getting pretty slow. 24 westbound out of Rutherford County, making your way out of Murfreesboro's fine. You get to Smyrna, Waldron Road. You're slow as you head on up towards the Hickory Hollow area in Antioch. So it's just the typical volume out there that's causing our slowdowns on the big roads. On the secondaries, you're looking pretty good. School zones and bus stops. Please be mindful and keep everyone safe.
And
Thank you,
Lyndon,
David.
just to review, we had Park tell a joke about being stationary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just like that's the traffic guy. He just runs right through him.
That's the kind of genius
runs
that
right
we're
through
working
him.
with here.
Wow. We're just
See
full
you tomorrow,
of it.
David.
Bye,
See you,
David.
kids. Have a great one.
Sign up for his TikTok, and he'll update you throughout the morning there.
TGIM.
I do want to revisit at 7 o'clock this story that everyone's going to wake up to and the tragedy of losing. And it was something you messaged us this morning. That was the first thing you said, that you were in disbelief that
Yeah,
Hayden Panettiere
'cause I
passed
feel
away
like-
at 36.
Because we all go to bed early, waking up for morning TV, or at least
That's
we
right.
try to. So, I mean, it happened late last night. So a lot of people were already in bed and they're waking up to this. And it's just shocking. And I think, like Nikki said it best, is because she's been in the headlines recently with that new book. I mean, has done press tour through the summer.
Everything.
And it was a moment where you were like, okay, as she's 36 now, she's gone through so much. And it seems like
Bravo
she's
for
got
her,
it.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
like she is on the other side. And I know we don't know the details. I'm
We
sure
don't.
more will come out today. But it's just so tragic in Greenville, South Carolina. And I can't believe it. I mean, I truly, in the last week, just started rewatching Nashville. Because
Yes.
now that we live here, and what a wonderful show.
So good.
And especially go and just seeing how the city's changed since they filmed it. And I've just been in this Hayden Panettiere. I've thought about her more this past week than I have in a while. And it just blows your mind when you wake up to it.
And she talked about her love of Nashville when I saw her, and she said Nashville always has such a special place in my heart. She said she always felt safe here because, you know, she was a public figure since she was little. I mean, she started
11
acting and
months
modeling,
old.
yes, when she was a little
She was a baby in it.
and so people really never left her alone, except she said when she was here. She said she always felt safe here.
I didn't realize she played Princess Dot in
Yeah.
A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Right.
And I that was a random fact that I figured out. But yeah, I bet she felt safe here. And just listening to her on her podcast, and you can go back and listen to it because she's done so many media appearances because of her book tour, just talking about how she tried so hard to be normal and
Yeah.
she tried to go to school. And then her teachers would put on Remember the Titans.
They would make fun of her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like they would call her, that's crazy. But back then at that time, I mean, she was so successful. And it's like the teachers didn't know how to handle it. And it almost seemed like they were just jealous of this girl who
Yeah.
was trying to do the right thing, go to school, just wanted to be a normal kid and try to, as Hayden said, she was always trying to fit in two different worlds,
Yeah.
fit in Hollywood and fit in elementary school.
Yep.
And then that
can't
continued
imagine.
into adult life, trying to fit in motherhood and Hollywood, and also take care of herself. And I'm looking at her Instagram right now, and her last few posts.
Right.
It's just
we don't know what happened, and
We
we
don't.
should say that there. So we're talking about a human being who shared with the world her struggles. Because she felt like maybe it could help someone talk. I mean, look,
That's why she
we've
did
had
it.
postpartum come up twice
Yeah.
today just during this 1 hour. You know,
And 10 years ago, you would never hear that
you
come
would
up.
never,
No.
ever
No.
have a conversation
so
like
she made
that.
a difference with her life.
Right.
You know, and that's something we can all aspire to.
So there's going to be obviously much more on that there, but we just wanted to revisit that for those that are joining us a little bit later on there.
Are there any other headlines when you talk about? I mean, I feel like
You
we're.
mentioned on Friday the new indoor golf complex coming up. Fox
I'm obsessed
17
with
did
this.
did a piece on that as well.
Yeah?
If you want to read more about it, yeah. I just don't understand. Like, a golf course can't even contain my golf balls. I'm not sure how a building can. Right?
You
Like,
know, I
if
would
you're on
ask our
Franklin
new
Pike-
golf queen how she thinks this like aerodynamics is going to work.
I mean, I feel like they're
can't
gonna
get my
have
golf ball off the ground, so
Then
I'll
you're
be
fine.
safe. Yeah,
Listen,
Right.
I very rarely do as well, so I'm there.
It was
I
built
love
for
it. I'm
us.
terrible. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be easier to find our balls.
exactly.
You could
So-
play indoor golf in a storage unit, okay? We've
Yeah.
seen you try to take
No,
that swing.
no.
Yeah, okay, right?
My driver is the one thing I can hit. Okay.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
I can whack it. I
Yeah.
can keep up. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep score, but
Shipping,
if I
I'm
go
not great
with the
at.
boys, like
Yeah.
I'm not going to slow you down. I'm just going to keep whacking.
We should go have a not the news. We should have a little
golf
day.
ramble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass. I'm
'Cause he's
kidding.
worried we'll
I'm
beat him.
just kidding.
He is.
I'm
He's
kidding.
worried
I'm
we'll
kidding.
beat
I'm kidding.
him.
Catch me on a good day.
Yeah.
No, so you're coming in Wednesday. Nikki's going to join us.
Thank you for
Yes.
picking up the
First,
slack.
thank you.
She's coming in Friday too.
And Friday.
And Friday, yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna
And
party
you're,
all week.
You're off to Italy.
I'm going to Lake Como.
Okay,
Okay.
wherever this is, Lake Como.
You don't know where Lake Como?
No, I don't.
Google-
no,
just
I
Google
don't.
it real
I
quick.
don't.
Okay.
I don't.
It's paradise on earth.
Okay, I got you.
It's where
I got
everyone
you.
wants
It's
to get
good.
married. Okay.
It's
Oh, is
beautiful.
it really?
George Clooney
Yes.
kind of put it on the map because it's
I'll
where
have to try
he-
that one of these days.
Yes. Maybe that could be a good
No,
thing for
no,
you.
no, you're good.
I can start pins on a map.
No, no.
And then, so you're going over there to promote Jelly.
Jelly. No. It is a brand deal. I'm working with a brand, and they are launching. I don't know if I can say the name of the brand yet.
It's an additive.
I'm gonna wait. No. I'm gonna wait. But yeah, we're gonna be helping launch this brand, and I just feel so excited.
Yeah.
Like, what is life?
Well, I feel like, Lyndon, I'm getting a vacation.
Oh yeah.
And I can't wait. I can't wait for you to come in on Wednesday and Friday. We'll have a blast.
Okay.
We'll absolutely we'll enjoy every
Y'all are
moment
gonna
of
have
it.
fun.
And then you're going to try to join us from over there if we
We're
can
gonna
get
try.
it. We're going to try, right?
What's the hour difference? Like 7?
I think it's like
6,
8. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I should probably
So we'll
look it
catch
up.
her, like
Yeah,
3
it's
like
like-
Aperol spritz.
I was just gonna say
yeah.
I'll be having an Aperol on a boat or something, and I'll let y'all know how.
But
that
you're on a
goes.
boat?
We're doing a boat tour for sure.
You're doing a boat tour?
Yeah,
She's
on
not
the
going
lake.
to swim across the lake
Yeah,
with her brand.
I mean,
I'm sorry, but I don't live like you
Or
do, Nikki.
redneck river float
all right,
across
it's-
Lake Como.
Okay, so it's 2:00 in the afternoon
Yeah.
over there right now.
Wow.
2:08, so
there you go.
so this should be perfect for you, right?
It's going to be fun.
Right, okay.
Lyndon, I'm so excited that you're going to be part of this because when Neil and I, before we started the show, we were talking about, and we still want to do this, we want to have rotating guest hosts, people who come in, maybe they do a week, maybe they do 2 weeks, maybe they do one day. And you're the first person that I was like, we got to get Lyndon in.
This is like the biggest honor ever.
No, truly. I'm not just saying that because you're here. I have a shared notes with Neil, and you're on there.
Oh my gosh. I love
Because
that.
you're such a good time. You know so much about so many things, which I think is
Yeah,
very.
like she's talking to Coach, and I'm like,
Yes.
I wish I asked that question. I
And
wish
then
I
she
asked
jumps
that question.
to
I
true
asked-
crime.
Right.
So tell us about your true crime podcast.
Okay, it's called That's So Criminal,
Yeah.
and we try to do 2 a week. Sometimes in a busy
lot.
week, we do 3. If there's a huge trial going on, like Lindsay Clancy was different, but the first trial that we took at Everyday Live was not even a trial, the preliminary hearing of Tyler Robinson. We want to get to a point where we cover stories so much that when the Lindsay Clancy trial, which I mean, this trial is going to go on for
a while.
ever.
Yeah.
But you want to be able to do almost like daily updates because there's not too many people that can sit around and, like you said, consume everything. But we try to keep it short, think 20 minutes or less, and give the full story. So when there is kind of like what y'all do here, you just want people to be a little educated when you go to work and they talk about the OnlyFans model that just pled guilty to killing her boyfriend. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what? And I'm like, okay, I can tell you all about it. This is what happened, and kind of give the wrap up because you can probably relate to this. As a news person, you're very fact driven. You're like, okay, what do we know? How do we pull from the police reports? But in this new social media TikTok era, you get the sleuths on there that are like, I saw this person wink this way, so I'm going to tell you they're guilty. And you're like watching it and you're like, that's actually not what happened at all. Like, I don't know where you're getting this information. Brian Kohberger, the Idaho 4 murder.
Oh, yeah.
I was still on local TV then. That was the one where I started just like watching. It was on my TikTok a lot. And I'm like, the false stories are just like getting out. The roommates are guilty. I mean, all this stuff there's no basis. I'm like, no. Like,
it's dangerous.
Let me pull the affidavit. Like, let me take the time to go through this and let's talk about the facts.
Yeah.
Where can people find it?
Spotify, Apple, YouTube. We've been audio only for the last month or two just because summer, busy travel. We're hoping to get back on video and then we'll really be back on YouTube.
Yeah.
But that's so criminal.
I hope we can jump into some of the cases
Same.
Okay.
Wednesday and Friday when you're here.
Okay. And I was
Because
just
it's all
gonna
fascinating.
say-
And people love to consume these. Have you done any Nashville cases?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well,
But
let's hope
let
there
me
aren't
t-
any for her to do.
I mean,
we've
you'll
had some
the
notes-
cold cases. I mean, I
Yeah.
asked people, and obviously a lot of our followings from Nashville. I have a notes app of cases like listed, and there's
Tabitha
a
Tudors
lot.
and-
Yes,
yeah.
there's so many Nashville cases. I tell you what, I have been prone to dive into are cases I covered in Florida, and the Tampa serial killer. I mean, I was living and working in Sarasota then, going to Tampa very often, an hour apart.
Oh.
And this is a former college basketball player that was just killing people on the street and got it. And he was on surveillance, and it was called 51 Days of Terror, is like what we called it. And it was 51 days of just, I was scared to go run outside.
I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The killer grandma. There was a
Yes.
grandma that killed her husband in Minnesota. That should come out this week.
Oh.
Drives down to Fort Myers, Florida, again in our market when I was working in Sarasota. Meets a friend at the bar, kills her, was finally caught in Texas.
Oh my gosh.
I just am going through, because as a local news person, you cover the news, so you know it. And then you're the one that goes home at night and you're like, I'm scared. I
Yeah.
know this person's on the run. And I know where they are.
Oh my
I don't want to know
gosh.
where they are, but I know where they are.
Those cases stick with you. I mean, I
They
can
do.
think off the top of my head too that from when I worked in DC and when I worked in Kentucky that are cold and that I covered extensively.
Yeah.
And
And then you have
I
that
think about them all the
personal-
time.
Exactly. You have that personal connection. You're like, I was scared to go outside and run when the Tampa
Yeah.
serial killer was on the loose because he was killing people on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
And you talk to
awful.
families too, and
Yes.
then you're like, oh,
Well, one of the creepiest interviews I almost did was with Perry March. I don't know if you remember the case
yes,
of Janet March.
yes, yes,
Right?
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
so
gosh.
we had an interview set up, and I remember walking into the downtown facility, and there was a small table and 2 chairs in a hallway. And so they had me sit down in one of the chairs, and then they walked him out, and he sat down, and he looked at me, and I can just remember feeling like I was being
Like
turned
cold.
inside out. It was just absolutely,
Yeah.
it was a weird feeling. And he said, do you have the approved questions? And I said, no, I asked my own questions.
Yeah.
And he stood up and walked out. And then I had to call up work and say, it didn't go so great.
But yeah,
Wow.
it sticks with you. Natalie Holloway.
oh yeah.
When I was working in Birmingham, we had Jorn
Vandersloot.
Vandersloot come back and get extradited, and he got, he went through the court. We followed that hearing and everything in Birmingham and talking to Beth,
Never.
Natalie's mom. But I remember being in high school when this happened, and Natalie's mom came and talked to our cheer squad in the lunchroom, which is about safety. And it's still to this day, we were watching a game show the other night.
Oh my gosh.
And Aruba was like the prize, which on Wheel of Fortune, I mean,
And
they give 3 Aruba trips away a week. I know people that have been to Aruba. Lovely. If you're from around Birmingham, Alabama, Aruba still to this day, I mean, 21
Yeah.
years later, we're like, you won't catch me in Aruba
Oh
because
my
it just sticks with you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. So we're wrapping up here.
We're wrapping up.
Already 79 degrees outside.
My gosh. It's not in this studio. It's 49 degrees in this studio.
Okay.
I'm just
You head out to Lake Como. Okay.
I am. I gotta get out of
We'll
here.
see you either Wednesday or Friday or next week.
I'll see you Monday.
I hope you have a great trip.
Thank you.
And
Lyndon,
enjoy 100%.
thank you for picking up the
Thank
slack
you
here.
guys.
I'm going to pray for you because you're going to have to be with Neil for
Any advice? Give me advice.
Yeah.
that's an off-camera moment. I'm
Okay.
going to have to really I'm going to hold your hand.
Okay.
I'm going to help you through this.
I don't need to like make us coffee a certain way. You need
No.
to pick the blue M&Ms out of a bowl.
This is how she reacts when she's nervous about keeping her job. Okay,
Yeah.
this is how she rolls right now, right? She's worried. She's like, oh gosh, I didn't expect her to be this good.
No, I told you she was going to be
No,
good.
I like
was
that.
like,
This
you're
puts
going
a
to
lot
love
of pressure
her.
on me when I have to find my replacement.
Yeah.
We've
or
talked
fill in.
about doing stuff together literally since I moved to Nashville.
Yes, because when she moved here and right after I got fired, we sat down at Soho House and had coffee. And we're like, what are we going to do? How
like
are we going
10
to do
cups
this?
of coffee because we're like, we're not going back.
We have a shared note together.
Yeah.
Lyndon and Nikki. Yeah,
Like,
is what we
I
called
can't
it.
have anyone else tell me I can't post what fake eyelashes I wear. Like,
Amen.
I can't do that. I can't
Amen.
do that again.
So we're going to yap. You're going to yap with Neil this week. And then I have a feeling she's going to be a permanent yapper here
You
with us.
spend a lot of time at Soho House
Only that one time.
down there. In the
I wish.
Lehigh
I don't
area?
go very often because the parking that's.
But I have a friend that does, and he always likes to remind me that he does. And I'm like, we get it.
We get it.
Pinkies up.
All right,
Pinkies up.
Thank you for watching Not the News. It's 7:15, and we hope you have just a terrific day. Stay cool. Storms later on
Yes.
today possible, so watch out for that. You can't miss them these days, right? Everyone's going to break into coverage and say, whoa, it might rain.
Take it easy out there.
Yes, we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Wednesday.